Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3, a game that I've been hearing about for the past 4 or 5 days. And from what I'm hearing, that this game doesn't have any DRM, doesn't have any microtransactions, and it's a single player offline game. Uh, so I took a little deep dive into this game because this is not one of my type of games. I play RPGs like maybe Dragon Quest every now and then, but Baldur's Gate, I knew about Baldur's Gate ever since like PS2, but I never got into the game. But knowing what these developers did, like I give them a lot of credit. A lot of credit. They took a risk by taking the DRM out of the game, which this game could be pirated. I mean, all games can be pirated, but they just put it out there like, look, we're just gonna put it out there. No microtransactions, so they're not gonna get paid off of any extra residuals that you throw money into the game. And it's a single player experience. So that means you can play this game one time and be done, or you can max out your player and be done with it and never have to come back. So everything that the industry has been doing, they're doing the opposite, and it's paying off big time. The game is right now is only on, I think it's only on PC, and from what I hear, you can play it on Steam, or once you buy the game, you don't have to use Steam to play it. So that is like, I mean, the game is literally yours, and I just found that amazing that you have a game that is, yours to keep. Which there's ways around to keeping the games that you buy, but nowadays, everything got to be tied to a license. But it's something to be said about a game like this where you can buy the game and it's your game and you don't have anything tied to it. You don't have to feel guilty about buying certain microtransactions. You don't have to worry about the developers or the company taking the game away from you via some online situation. And yeah, I'm pretty sure there is a possibility the game needs patches nowadays, but outside of that, this is phenomenal. I'm gonna read the statement that they put out. It says, "Are there any in-game purchases?" No, there are no in-game purchases in our game. We believe in providing a complete and immersive gaming experience without the need of additional purchases. Enjoy the game to the fullest without any cost or microtransactions. Like I said, this is a throwback to like an old PlayStation 2 game, original Xbox game, where you bought the game and the game was yours. I mean, that is absolutely phenomenal that they put this together, and it has me interested. It has me wanting to support this because even though I don't play the game, I don't know much about Baldur's Gate. Like I said, I knew about it since the PS2 era, but I never played them. This makes me want to support this. I want to support this to let them know that they're appreciated for giving the gamers a game that they could feel that is theirs, that a game that they feel like they own, and they don't feel guilty about adding stuff to the game with their wallet. This is very refreshing to see. This is one of the reasons why I keep most of my games, because I know if I get rid of these games, I'm losing my game. It's not like I'm losing a situation where, oh, I'll just get it back digitally. No, I bought these games and these games are mine. And I feel like with Baldur's Gate, you get that satisfaction. Now, I'm not going to buy it on Steam. I'm going to wait for the PS5 version. I'm going to buy a physical copy of this game, just like I did back in the day I still do buy physical copies, but like I did back in the day, and show my appreciation that these guys have my money. I'm going to try the game. I'm going to play it and see what it's about. But this is very refreshing to see that these guys are like giving the game to people if you purchase it. And it gives you more of an incentive to buy it. Like I can easily, call up one of my buddies and say, hey, I want to try Baldur's Gate 3, send me the files, I'll play it. But no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to support this extremely generous gesture, even though we're paying them. It's extremely generous gesture of this company to do so. I mean, I don't even know the name of the company. I just heard about the game, and I'm like, this is what gaming should be about. Now, I understand there's a lot of risk nowadays, and people are so worried about piracy and all this stuff. I'm not really sure if piracy is that big of a deal to put a dent in things as far as sales. I'm not sure. I don't pirate games, so I don't know. But it got to be something there where people feel like they need to control the game that they purchase. As far as microtransactions, I'm sick of them. I'm gonna be honest with you. If they're not a microtransaction, I feel like I get a really good benefit from. I don't really lean towards them, but nowadays you have microtransactions that are just straight up meaningless. They're just trying to get money out your pocket. And for the game to not have DRM and it be a single player experience, I think I'm gonna lean more to the player experience. You look at Sony. Sony is usually the company that you would go for a single player story or a single player experience, and it's always a good time. It is been lacking lately for the most part, but it's still there. And for Baldur's Gate to come out the gate, no pun intended, to do something like this where you don't feel like you're tied to the game with your wallet, where you don't, the only thing that you're tied to this game is with your time, is absolutely phenomenal. It gives, for me, I will say this, for me, it gives me an incentive to want to purchase this game and support a company that does this, because stuff like this don't happen often. And when it do happen, it should be appreciated, because nowadays a lot of these companies be trying to nickel and dime you. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love I love EA Sports PGA Tour, but and I look at some of the microtransactions on there, and don't get me wrong, I think that most of it is justified, but it's a business at the end of the day. It is just really refreshing to see that a company or a game comes out that is way out of the norm. And to be honest, this shouldn't be the out of the norm. This should be more. I don't think it should be the norm, because I understand that some of these companies are businesses. I think the microtransactions should be done the right way, but I think more companies should try to embrace this. It should be more like a 50-50 type of deal, with some games like this, some games are not. And as far as DRM goes, um, that's a tough one, because I understand what piracy is like. I understand how it does damage some companies. And as far as single player experiences, I mean, why not do a single player experience? I mean, what's wrong with that? I don't see anything. I think more companies need to do that instead of trying to make these live services. But that's a whole nother story for another day. But anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here. Let me know what you guys think. Baldur's Gate 3. Before I get out of here, I'm gonna let you guys know these guys are making records. They're breaking records. All-time peak on Steam is 875, 343. And as of 17 minutes ago of me starting this video, right now is 644,195 people playing. Let me refresh this and see what it is now. I don't think it hasn't reloaded yet. So I guess they do it on the hour. So as of 5 o'clock Eastern, it was 644, 195. I mean, that's just phenomenal for a game that really is out of the norm. You don't see this type of stuff anymore, and I'm interested to see what the sales going to look like. But like I said, for me, I'm going to buy this game. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to try it out. I think they deserve my money for this. So I'm gonna get out of here. Let me know what you guys think. Are you interested in this game, or are you interested in the way this game has been released? Do you want more games to be released this way? Let me know. I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button, share this video. I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all guys take it easy and be blessed. Peace.